Yo, what's up guys, my name is Hakiii and welcome to the top 10 best sports cars in GTA 5 Online. Here's today's notification shout out up on the screen. If you guys want to win one, make sure you have the bell turned on so you're one of the first ones to type hashtag Hakiii in the comment section. Now just before we start the video, if you go on to enjoy it, take a second to drop a like on this video, that'd be awesome. Also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and drop a sub, join the Hakiii because you do not want to miss any more videos like these. Help us reach 100k subs, that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well. Anyway though, let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to be factoring in both the looks of each car and then obviously how each car performs. So coming in at number 5, we have the Cyclone. This car is known for its ridiculous acceleration. It might have the best acceleration in the entire game apart from obviously cars with boosts. And the main reason it has this ridiculous acceleration is because it's actually an electric car, so you're not going to be hearing any type of engine sounds. It's a silent car that sounds like a spaceship just like any other electric car in the game. It's got some good handling as well. I think the only thing that's probably like about average with it is probably the top speed. It doesn't have any crazy top speed, but since the acceleration is so ridiculously good, you could definitely win a ton of drag races with this. I'd say, for example, if you're doing a race with a ton of turns, this would be perfect. This would be by far the best choice for it, just because with the good handling it has along with the ridiculous acceleration, it's going to be perfect. But on the other hand, if you're doing a race that you need to use your top speed a bit, you do not want to use this vehicle. Other vehicles like the Pariah are going to absolutely destroy it. Now you're also getting some good looks with this car. The front and the back of it look pretty good in my opinion, and it's even got some good customization as well. It's got some cool spoilers and even some liveries as well. Now you might be wondering, Hakiii, why are you including the Cyclone in the best sports cars when it's actually classified as a supercar in the game? Well, the reason I'm putting it on this list is because it's actually meant to be a sports car, because the real life version of it is actually a sports car. I was in a party with some friends and we were talking about a bunch of different cars and we came across a Cyclone and we were so confused why it was in the super category when it should be in the sports. So if you were a little confused, that's why. But from now on, we're going to be looking strictly at cars that should be in the sports category and actually are in the sports category. And final thing about the Cyclone as well, it comes in at just under $1.9 million. So coming in at number 4 now is the Neo. The Neo is an absolute beauty. As you guys can see, I got this like rose gold paint job on it. I like the customization on it as well. It's got 22 total customization options, which is a lot. The front of it looks beautiful. The back of it looks super unique as well. And something I really like about it is the exposed engine in the back of the vehicle. I'm a big fan of vehicles that have the exposed engine in the back. You can't see it too well just because I have the tinted windows, which I should probably make them clear. Getting back to the customization though, it has tons of exhaust and grille options and also some really cool liveries. For me, it has to be one of the best looking sports cars in the entire game. Now let's get into the performance. Actually, let's go into the price first. So it comes in at a price of $1.875 million. So I'd say the price is worth the looks of the car and less the performance of it, because in terms of handling, it's not great. The handling's not necessarily bad, but for $1,875,000, I'd expect better handling. I felt that the faster and faster you go with it, the harder it is to control, and obviously it's like that with all cars, but I felt it a bit more on this one. Luckily though, in terms of top speed and acceleration, it's pretty good. Its weakness is definitely handling, but besides that, it's still a pretty good performing supercar. Like, it's definitely up there. Definitely top 10, maybe even top 5 best in lap times. But I'd say if you have the money to get this car, definitely get it because it's an absolute beauty of a car. Honestly, one of the best looking sports cars. Moving on to number 3 now, we have the Atelier RSX. And let me just say, it's not only one of my favorite looking sports cars in the game, it's one of my favorite overall looking cars in the game. I know I don't have him shown on here, but the stock wheels look amazing as well. I definitely recommend you guys take a look. And not only do the stock wheels look amazing, they also change colors along with the primary color on the car, which I think is super cool. Now getting into the performance, it's just top tier with the best and fastest sports cars in the game. It might be one of the, if not the fastest sports car in the game in terms of top speed, and even driving it around in free roam, you're gonna notice it's a very fast sports car. It's got great acceleration, it's got some good traction as well. The thing with the traction, because it's such a fast vehicle, you might lose control a bit when you're going too fast, but that's just a matter of learning how to handle it and get a good feel for it. You want to see how the RSX acts at those speeds so you can see how you can control it better and better, because once again, it's just such a fast car. So for me, looks is a 10 out of 10, performance is awesome, and then the customization is also good. It's got some cool liveries. I think you're noticing a trend with all these cars having cool liveries. Now I'd say the only downside with the RSX is the price. It comes in at $3.465 million, which is a pretty freaking steep price. But if you do have the money to get this car, once again, you're just paying for a car that's top tier in every category. Coming in at number 2 now is the Pariah. The Pariah has a pretty solid price tag. We're going to be starting with the price. It comes in at $1.42 million. I have to say, for one one of the best sports cars in the game, this is definitely a bang for your buck. Even for those that 1.4 million is a lot for, you gotta understand that for one of the best sports cars in the game, especially compared to the RSX's price, this is a great price point, and once again, you're definitely getting a bang for your buck on this one. Customization is also good. There's a lot of spoiler and hood options and some pretty basic liveries, but they still look cool anyway. It's up there neck and neck with the RSX and being one of the fastest sports cars in the entire game. Top speed is definitely where it shines most, and it's got some good handling as well, and the acceleration is decent. The Pariah is a great all-arounder sports car. It's good for races with a lot of turns. It's good for races where you need to use your top speed a lot. Getting into the looks of it, it looks good. I wouldn't say it's more than good. It's definitely not ugly, don't get me wrong, but I think cars like the RSX and a lot of others definitely look a lot better. They look just amazing. But for the great price tag of $1.42 million, I think you're paying for a great performing sports car. Once again, one of the best. I'd say if you're looking for a top-notch sports car on a budget, I know 1.4 million isn't really on a budget, but this is your best bet. I think you're getting a lot of value with what you're paying for with this vehicle. Now moving on to number 1 on this list is going to be the Atelier Gto. First off, it looks amazing. It's also one of the best looking sports cars in my opinion. Both the front and the back of it look really cool, and the front of it actually reminds me a lot of the Neo's front. The front of both the GTO and the Neo look really similar. Customization wise is also good. I'm going to particularly talk about the liveries. In terms of the liveries, it has the best liveries out of all sports cars in the game. I'm a big fan of the liveries. They're super vibrant. There's a ton of unique ones. Now obviously it's going to have to be great in performance as well if it's going to be number 1 on this list, and it really is. It's also a very fast sports car along with the RSX and the Pariah. They're just neck and neck, those three. In top speed, actually the GTO is a little bit better than the Pariah, and then it's just neck and neck with the RSX. It's really close between the two. Now driving it around, I noticed that the car feels a little bit light. Like it definitely felt lighter than, let's say, the Pariah. It's not anything necessarily bad, it's just something I noticed. It comes in at a price of $1.965 million, so basically just under 2 million. It's not that bad of a price. I actually think it's a decent price, but not as good as the Pariahs. But keep in mind, you're paying for an all-around amazing sports car. It looks both classy and straight mean at the same time. The back of it and the spoiler looks all mean, and then the front of it looks pretty classy. It really is a very nice looking vehicle. So looks is a 10 out of 10, performance is a 10 out of 10, and customization is also amazing. Specifically the awesome looking liveries, and it's got 21 customization options total, which is a very nice amount. So it shines in all 3 of those categories. But I hope you all did go on to enjoy this video. Let me know which car out of the 5 is your favorite. There's a lot of good ones, especially in terms of looks, but I hope you all did go on to enjoy this video. Hopefully it did go on to help you out. If it did, take a second to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you guys are new, turn on the notification bell as well. Anyway though, this has been Hakiii. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.